In order for things to change, you must change. You cannot continue to do the same things and expect a different outcome. You must put in the work in order for anything to happen, because prayer without work is dead. You can pray all you want, but if you're not going to put in the effort as well, then nothing is going to happen. You could say, man, I really wish I knew how to drive a car. You can pray, Lord, please bless me to learn how to drive a car. Okay, now what? Are you going to get driving lessons? Are you going to go to motor vehicle and get your learner's permit? Are you going to take the knowledge test so that you can learn the laws of the road? Or are you just going to sit there and just pray and hope that you just wake up one day and you just... No. It doesn't work that way. God will help you, but He needs to see that you're willing to help yourself first. This year I have really sat back and thought about my life. I've thought about where I am, where I'd like to be, and I know that in order for me to get from where I am now to where I'd like to be, I have to put in the work. I know it's not going to be easy, but I know in the end it will be worth it. I know what type of home I want. I know what type of car I want. I know that I want to own my own business. I know that I want to help people. I know the things that I want for my children. And I know it's not going to be a breeze. I know what type of relationship I would like. And I'm at the point in my life now where I'm not going to tolerate anything less. You have to get to the point in your life where you're tired of just getting by. I used to call myself regular. Some would say, you're beautiful, and I'd say, I'm regular. You're talented, and I'd say, I'm regular. But as I get older and I've sat back and realized that I'm far from regular. I'm far from average. I used to think these things, but now I see my potential. And I know that I know how to do things that's far from average. I know I have a lot to offer. And I also can care less about anybody who doubts me. I just use that as my motivation. I only care about my support. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? Well, if not, I'm going to tell you. It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. If you don't study, don't do your homework, don't do your classwork, then you will fail the course, correct? Correct. Okay, so now you have to retake it, especially if it's a course that's mandatory for whatever field that you happen to be going into. So now that you're retaking this course, if you go in with the same mindset and you don't do your homework, you don't do your classwork, you don't study, what do you think is going to happen? The same thing, because you're going to fail. Now, are you going to keep retaking this course? Or are you going to change your mindset and say, you know what? Let me pay attention. Let me do my classwork. Let me do my homework. Let me study. Because if you do all of these things, you will have a different outcome. Now, that's not to say that you're going to pass with flying colors. I'm not saying that. But I doubt it very much that you will have the exact same outcome that you did when you did nothing. You have to apply that to your everyday life. If you do nothing, then you get nothing. So don't be insane. If you notice that you have been going in a circle and it seems that you just keep getting into the same situations, then that means it's time to do something different in order to receive a different outcome. It's time for you to start that business. It's time for you to get your life on track. It's time for you to realize that you deserve better. It's time for you to love yourself enough to know that you're worth it. It's time for you to get out of that toxic relationship. It's time for you to stop going the extra mile for people who will not cross the street for you. It's time for you to cut off certain people who mean you no good. It's time for you to realize that you matter. It's time for you to take care of yourself first, because it starts with you. If you don't make sure that you're good, then you're no good to anyone else. So, this was just a snippet from a book of mine that will be coming out. In order to change your life, change your mindset. I hope that this has helped you in some way. If so, share it with a friend. Share it with a family member. Anybody who you know needs to just have some type of encouragement. Maybe you realize that you have a friend who has just been doing the exact same thing over and over and over, yet they keep complaining that they're not getting anywhere. You have to change the mindset. So, until next time, thanks for listening. Be blessed. And I'll talk to you later.